Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, first sloka. In this sloka, Bhagavan says, now listen, O Arjuna, how with a mind attached exclusively to me and surrendering to me through the practice of Bhakti Yoga, you can know me completely free from doubt. So, this sloka explains how a person or a yogi, when he attains jnana, that is knowledge about Bhagavan. Then he is he absorbs Bhagavan in his mind and he turns to Bhakta. So he followed Karma Yoga and he gains knowledge and he applies that knowledge in Bhakti Marga and attains moksha. So this is the route. Bhagavan says. So Bhagavan now asking Arjuna to know him, true nature of Bhagavan. So he is explaining this from this chapter onwards, seventh chapter onwards. So till sixth chapter, he was explaining about Atmanubhava. In second chapter, he started with the concept Atma. What is Atma and how is Atma different from Deham and how the Atma is. Atma has no end. It is always there and it is not perishable. So he was explaining about the qualities of Atma and till the sixth chapter, how we attain Atmanubhav, that was explained. So the path shown by him was through Karma Yoga. So how Karma Yoga to be performed. Now, he is telling us how we understand Bhagavan. We have to keep Bhagavan in our mind and we do service to him. So for that we should know who is Bhagavan, who is Supreme God, how do we know him, how do we identify him. So we should know about him. So that is the jnana, knowledge. So with that knowledge, we follow Bhakti Marga and we attain moksha. So this is what Bhagavan says. So here in this sloka, that is from this sloka, in the chapter, I am giving you knowledge about me. So be careful and be attentive and be a good listener. Listen to what I say. So you get knowledge about me. So he is going to explain about himself so that we have him in our mind always. That is, when we hear anything, what do? We keep recalling what we heard about. For example, anything. If you are reading a book or if you are seeing an object, so what do? We recall what we have seen, how it was, then what we read in that book. The thought that goes on in our mind, so that we understand or we come to know more and more about whether it's an object or a person, whatever it is. So when we think of it again and again, we learn more and more. So that is what Bhagavan says here. So you are hearing about me, then you have to think of it and you have to recall and you have to apply. So we apply here through Bhakti Marga. The jnana, the knowledge what we gain, the knowledge of God, the knowledge about God we receive. And if we receive in books, the scriptures, we feel that is enough, that is not going to help us. So what we gain from the scriptures by reading it again and again, that is what the knowledge. So we gain that knowledge and apply that knowledge in Bhakti Marga and reach Bhagavan. So this is how we can attain moksha. So you are doing that at the smriti. So that knowledge alone is not enough. We have to apply that knowledge. So knowledge is a way to know about God, is a way to attain moksha. Because we are applying that by knowing more about God, we keep on thinking of Him in our mind continuously. mind is focused. That is what Bhagavan wants now. He is asking Arjuna to pay fully focused mind. So we will not have any disturbances. So that only then we travel in the correct path without any disturbance. So we are in the right path to attain moksha. So that is what explained here. So in this chapter, we were learning about Atma. So Atmanubhavam, how to attain Atma. Then we are going up. There is an elevation. So now from Atmanubhavam to Bhagavan Anubhavam. We should know how Andal did during Margadi month, how she collected all the women folks, the girls in her place, and she used to sing on the glory of Bhagavan, and they gained the knowledge. And with that knowledge, she attained Bhagavan. So this is what the advice, this is what the way she taught us. So in this path, when you are following Bhakti Marga, the most important is surrendering. Surrendering to God. Completely surrender yourself to God. With the knowledge of the knowledge about God, you are learning the knowledge, the jnanam, and you are applying it. And what is basically needed is surrendering to God. So you have bhakti, you have faith in God, so you are surrendering to God. You are surrendering to the divine feet of the God, and you feel only God can save me. Only God can protect me. Only God can, that is Bhagavan, can help me to attain moksha. So I am surrendering myself to your divine feet. Please Bhagavan, you please help me. Whatever you do, yes, it is good for me. So you should have that kind of faith in God. So this is very, very important for Bhakti Marga. So when do you surrender yourself? When you know completely about himself. So that is what Bhagavan says here. So listen to me with full attention and get in. I am going to reveal about myself. I am going to explain about myself. And that is the jnana. And that is the knowledge. We get that knowledge. So what do we do with that knowledge? We surrender ourselves to him. So that is very important for Bhakti Marga. So this is a culmination of Karma Yoga into Dhyana. Dhyana or Dhyana Yoga or meditation. Then we go to Bhakti Marga. So when we go to Bhakti Marga, we do complete surrendering to God. So the first 6 chapters focus on individual effort, self effort. Well, we are going to apply the knowledge what we gain. So we are going to understand about the qualities of Bhagavan, who is the Supreme God, and surrender ourselves to Him. So we understand the true nature of Bhagavan without doubt. That is very important. So from this chapter, Bhagavan says, yes, you should know about me without any doubt. Because Arjuna is asking doubt so far. Now, there should not be doubt. When do you not have doubt? When you get full information, complete information on anything, you don't get doubt. So here he is going to explain about himself. So you have to be very careful and be attentive and listen to him. That is why Bhagavan says that. So you will be knowing, you get the true nature of Bhagavan, Swarupa, and you don't get any doubt anymore. And you develop attachment towards Bhagavan and you seek refuge at the divine feet of Bhagavan. So the attachment to higher deeds, that is moksha. When you develop higher attention or attachment to higher deal, what happens? You reduce attachment to material world. So that goes down automatically. That is completely dropped because your attachment is towards higher deal. The higher deal is attaining Bhagavan, is seeking moksha. For this, we have the support of only Bhagavan. So when you have that thought, only Bhagavan can do, we completely surrender ourselves to him. So he is giving information about him. So we have to pay attention to his message and we gain the knowledge. So this is very important to go further in Bhakti Yoga. So you have Bhakti, you have faith in God, and you have so far followed Karma Yoga. So yeah, the next thing is Bhakti Marga. We understand Bhagavan is so simple. Bhagavan is full of glory. He is to be, he is the Supreme because he has achieved so many things. He bestows people with all good things. So he is the one who blesses with everything and he is worshipped. So and he is very simple. Lord Krishna was very simple. He goes to everyone's house. Whoever calls him, he goes there. And whoever gives food, he takes. He never says, this person is superior, that person is inferior. He never had that kind of feeling in his mind. So he's such a simple uh, uh, Bhagavan. Such a simple form he had in Krishna Avataram. So the quality of Bhagavan was revealed through Krishna Avataram because very simple. And we understand that from the chapters what we have gone through so far, Atma is superior than our body, the Degam. And body is perishable, but Atma is not perishable. And we are going little higher that we are now going to learn about Paramatma. So our goal is now reaching Bhagavad Anubhavam. So what to do to understand more about Bhagavan, learn more about Bhagavan. So you gain knowledge about Bhagavan and through Bhakti Marga you go closer to him and you attain moksha. Bhagavan is of no fault. Bhagavan is the leader of the Vaikuntha. Bhagavan is he has got all divine qualities, the superior qualities, and Bhagavan Jnana. He himself is Veda. So he gives us knowledge about himself. So we learn all that and we understand what is moksha, and when you attain moksha we know there is no more cycle of birth and death. We don't have sickness, we don't have old age, we don't have death, nothing. So we are relieved from that. So what is a way to attain moksha? Through jnana, that is knowledge. So that knowledge alone is not enough. So you keep recalling, you keep, that is contemplating on that, you keep learning that, you keep thinking of it in your mind. So that becomes the knowledge matures. You attain moksha because of the bhakti, devotion. The next stage of jnanam is bhakti. So when jnanam, because we are learning, when you read Ramayana, always, or when you read Mahabharata always, or Bhagavad Gita, what happens? That goes on in our mind and we feel, no, I should attain Rama, I should attain Krishna, I should be living in moksha, I should do service to them. So that sort of feeling comes up in our mind. So we are leaving all the other desires, no other desire in our mind. So the thought of Bhagwan, thought of moksha comes up. That is what bhakti. We like to serve him in his abode, Vaikuntha. We want to serve. That is our wish. We want to be there always and to serve him. So that can be done only when we attain moksha. So this is as a result of the growing knowledge. So the knowledge is very important. So we have to accumulate knowledge about God, and when when fully ripe, we attain moksha through bhakti. Periyarvar explained this to the king. The king wanted this answer only. Yes, what is Paratatvam? He wanted to know who is the Supreme God, what is eternal. What can I do? Because when he was going on the night patrolling, one person asked him. He told him that you work in the day and you get sleep at night, and you work for 6 hours in a 6 months in a year, and you what you earn during that time you use it for your rainy days. He was giving all that, and he also said, in this birth you do all good things, so that will be useful for your next birth. So he was giving all this. And so whatever you can do in this birth, you do only good karma. He emphasized on that. So that was making the king to find out the answer. He couldn't understand the meaning of what he said. That is why he sent word for all the scholars to give explanation on this. Periyalvar was sent by Bhagavan to give explanation to king, but Periyar said, no, I am not this. So this is what happened. So let us go into that.